Hello everyone, my name is Ben and welcome back to another video. Today is episode 2 of my modification series for my new BMW E86 Z4 Coupe. And as you can see from the box down below, we are going to be installing some coilovers. But before we start the video, I just want to say a massive thank you to my friend Ross here at Rayne Automotive, because he has very kindly lent me his unit for the day and lent me the ramp so that I don't get soaking wet fitting these outside on my driveway. Massive thanks to Ross. Anyway, down here we have a set of Stance Plus Ultra coilovers. Now these are pretty much in the budget section of the kind of coilover range for any car really. These were £300. Now what I'm hopefully going to do in a series of future videos is review these and give my honest thoughts and opinions towards them. I'm trying to prove that you don't really need to spend like £1,000 on BC Racing coilovers or anything like that. If these are in your budget, hopefully they're decent, and personally I can't justify spending £1,000 on coilovers for what was quite a cheap car. So anyway, fingers crossed they're actually decent. Let's get these on the car. Fingers crossed it all goes to plan and there are no headaches. Right then, a bit of a progress update for you guys. I have been on this for roughly 2.5, 3 hours now, and it's an absolute mission when you're trying to do it on your own, especially the rear springs. However, all 4 corners are on, but I've just realised I forgot my tape measure, so I can't do any adjustments. I think I'm gonna have to count the threads and just guess, have a go tomorrow. But let me walk you around the car so you can see the efforts. Of course, Ross's ramp making this job so much better rather than doing it on my driveway, and also outside it's got dark. In here you can see some shiny new suspension which I need to bodge and kind of adjust in a moment. The rear is a bit sketchy to me. On the website it says to put the adjuster on top of the spring. However, this little adjuster bit here didn't really seem to want to go onto the kind of rubberized thing up here. Even when I took this little boot thing off, it was very, very tight, and then it would mean that the spring would be upside down. So a little bit confused about that. And of course, it being on the bottom does make it a lot harder to adjust. But if anyone in the comments has done this before and wants to let me know what I'm doing wrong, maybe I just can't see it. But yeah, really confusing me at the moment. And also I've kept the kind of standard dampeners purely because to get them out you've got to go all through here. And to be honest, frankly, today I just can't be bothered. I want to get it on the ground and kind of get out of here. I don't really want to outstay my welcome, but yeah, new dampeners will go on at some point. Fronts are on, everything's tightened up, shortened drop links. Yeah, so I think the plan now will be to whack the wheels on. I might throw some spacers on as well. Get the kind of front and the back roughly adjusted best I can by eye. Throw the wheels on, drop it down, and just kind of see where it's sitting now, and then I'll probably do some finer adjustments tomorrow. Where I'm going to leave the video for today. A massive thank you once again to my friend Ross at Reflections Automotive for lending me his unit once again. He's a good egg, and this has made it so much easier having this ramp. I think I need to buy one in whatever house I buy in the future. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow in the morning. Welcome back then, guys, and it is actually the very next day. I have adjusted the suspension on the Z4 Coupe. I didn't film it for you guys as I don't want this video to just be full of time lapses, and it is fairly boring, quite self-explanatory. But as you can see from the before and after footage, the car has now been dropped. It is sitting a lot better than it was yesterday, a lot better than it was when it was rolled off the production line. So I thought I'd go for the coilover route rather than springs. In the past I've done lowering springs, but I've never done coilover, so I wanted to experience it. But let's have a little walk around the car. You would have seen from the before and after how it's sitting now. Fronts I'm pretty happy with. I should have really left the wheel straight. Quite happy with the fronts. The rear is what caused the biggest kind of headache. Now, it's sitting a lot better than it was probably an hour ago. I imagine it's got a little bit of settling to do. So it's getting there. I would say the front is just ever so slightly lower than the rear, but hopefully that just drops down. Now, the issue we were having with the rear was the fact that it couldn't go low enough. The kind of adjustments, kind of coilover things, which I had put at the bottom of the spring, I took the springs out, adjusted them, made it even worse, dropped it back down, put the little spinny things, whatever they're called, to the lowest setting, like right at the bottom of that little kind of housing, and it still wasn't low enough. So what I've actually done is completely remove that and just shove in the OEM kind of rubber, whatever you call it, the rubber thing that goes on the bottom of the spring. So essentially the rear is just the spring from Stance Plus. It's got no adjustment on it, purely because the adjuster wouldn't go low enough to my liking, and even then, even having it in place was making it around 5mm higher. So I completely deleted that, and now it's just starting to look a lot better. So yeah, quite happy with that. I can kind of confirm now that the ride is very bumpy, especially driving over this kind of gravelled surface that I have here at home. But yeah, I will do a full kind of review on these coilovers once I've given them a little bit more mileage and I am more qualified to do so. So stay tuned for that in a future video. And they haven't supplied these, it's not a sponsorship, so I will be completely honest. Hopefully I can say to you guys, yep, save some money, you don't need to get expensive coilovers, go for these, they do the job well, which is what I am hoping happens, but we shall see. Anyway guys, that is where I'm going to end today's video. I hope you have all enjoyed episode 2 of modifying the Z4 Coupe. It's been a lot of fun. I'm very excited to try out these coilovers for the very first time. But anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you do not miss out on any of my future upcoming content with the M3, yes it's still here, with the Z4, and as well I will be continuing to mod the Z4, so make sure you don't miss out. Thanks once again for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.